Oh, wow, 14 of y'all. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I was doing two things at once. I'm streaming on YouTube, and what's up, YouTube? Hello. Welcome. If you're meeting me for the very first time, my name is Tracie Collins. I'm the CEO and the founder of the National Black Doulas Association. Mondays is where I go live and we just do a live doula talk. I answer questions, I provide resources and information, and just kind of help you guys navigate through this world of being a birthing professional. So, welcome. Hello, y'all on Instagram. Hello, you guys. Again, if y'all are meeting me for the very first time, y'all heard the spiel. If not, I'm Tracie Collins. I'm the CEO and the founder of the NBDA. I get on here on Mondays and we just chop it up. We talk, and I just want to teach you guys strategies as far as how to go about navigating in this world. Unfortunately, I have to say, right before I jumped on, got word that we lost someone else to um, this Western medicine and Black women in our bodies. Unfortunately, she was so young. So it just really breaks my heart. This is why we do the work. This is why the NBDA was created. We need more Black and Brown birthing professionals, and we need more access to resources and information so we can begin to reshape this narrative. Okay. Yeah. So I hate to start off heavy, but that this is the state of the world that we live in the United States. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Where are you guys chiming in from? I definitely want to hear from you. Please be sure if you have any questions to drop your questions in the question box, because I want to answer them, and I want, maybe other people have the same question that you guys have. If you guys want to know more about the NBDA, we have memberships to where if you are a doula and you want to list your business, you can, sign up for our membership, $19.99 a month for the basic membership. Or if you want to train with us and you want to up your skill set and or become a birthing professional, we have trainings that are coming up. All of the links are in the bio. They're in the bio. What's up, Detroit? What's up, Chicago? Hey, DMV. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Body Alchemist, Kansas. How y'all doing out there? I know there's bad weather in certain communities. Yeah, I know there's some bad weather. That's been happening out there. But God, I wanted to talk to y'all about something. Godly, on my brain, I've been doing a gazillion things. Hey, Jazz. Hey E, hey Dallas, what's up, Dallas? Okay, hold on. Oh my God, you guys are okay. Are there any additional courses that you think should be alongside birth course, example bereavement, etc.? So let me say this: in the world, I've been in this field for 23 years. When I first started out in this field, there was only the such thing as birthing doulas. Okay, that's fine. But then, over the course of time, postpartum doula came, and then we have other fields as far as how you can specialize in this work, from abortion, miscarriage, stillbirth to bereavement or death doulas. There we have fertility, we have sex doulas, we have pretty much the full gamut, which is excellent. However, we're not gonna be good at everything, y'all. Okay, we're not gonna be good at everything, and I really want you guys to think about what is gonna speak to you. Where do you feel most connected? Where do you feel you'll be most beneficial? Where do you feel that you will, your clients or the people who come into contact with you will be able to benefit the most from working with you? Where does your passion lie? Because you're not going to be good at everything. So even, there are people who come into this work who don't even want to be birth doulas, but they want to work in bereavement or death, or who want to be advocates, especially with the heartbeat bill. They want to work with stillbirth, miscarriage, and abortion. So really kind of have a conversation with yourself first, and then then start exploring the other opportunities and educational paths that you guys want to take. Under the NBDA, we do cover a wide gamut of oh y'all, we just dropped oh my God, come on, Tracie. An affiliate. program too. Who Jasmine, if you're still on here, the newsletter went out for people who are signed up on our newsletter. If you want to be able to get our newsletter, we drop a newsletter every first of the month. So in the newsletter, there's a link. If Jasmine or somebody, if y'all could drop this link and I can pin it, but it gives you guys the opportunity to where you get a kickback from people using your link to sign up with the NBDA under our membership. So decide on the path that you want to take first, and then start researching and exploring opportunities or educational paths and what it takes. And then once you decide on that, find a training company or institution that really aligns with you and your philosophy, because not everything is going to be, like I said, for everybody. All training organizations or companies are not going to reside with you as far as your philosophy. So when I teach birth doula trainings, I only come in and I teach for corporations and I teach for private agencies. So my trainings really aren't listed for me, Tracie, but you can train with our other NBDA instructors, and it's listed in our the link in our bio. But you want to make sure that you are getting the nuts and bolts of what you need. We definitely cover, like, from a historical perspective, the reason why things are the way that they are. And then we move forward into today and how you can, begin to get the nuts and bolts, but you still have to make sure that you are doing your due diligence. I don't know what it is about social media. People just be like, I'm just going to put or slap something up and I'm just really not going to start. I'm not going to work my own business or brand, but you have to. You have to. And I'm a firm believer that you need to be a pillar in your community and whatever it is that you do. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Let me get to the questions. That was a good question. Thank you so much. But yeah, we just dropped an affiliate program too. Oh, y'all dropping these questions. Okay. Are there any additional courses? Is the certification a requirement with the birth doula training, or do we have the option to do the certification later? So with the NBDA, you have 2 years, 18 months to 2 years to complete your certification. I'm going to give you guys a backstory about certification and certifying as a doula. Years you can operate under this profession without certification. It wasn't necessary to provide the services that you guys want. Okay. COVID changed everything for everybody. And as a result of that, what does that mean, Tracie? It means that hospitals, birthing centers, clients, and now insurance companies are requiring a valid certification in order for you to be able to service your clientele. We are moving now into the insurance phase. So one of the things that you're going to see come down the NBDA pipeline is, and this is actually relatively soon, I almost want to say I'm going to launch it this month, is if your clients have certain insurances and you are under our NBDA infrastructure or umbrella, you will be able to serve the client with said insurance. Okay, so we are adding insurance components to our company. If your client has blah 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 insurance, then you will be able to, if you're an NBDA doula, go under our umbrella if it's one of the insurance companies that we are partnered with, to be able to service your said client. However, yes, you are going to have to be moving towards certification or have a valid certification. That's just the way things are now. There is no getting around it at this point. And it just is what it is. So if you want to make sure that your business is growing, number one, and that you are staying relevant, number two, yes, you are going to have to get certified. And so if you are trained with the NBDA, then you can look at our certification requirements below. So make sure, like, if you have a question, drop it in the question box. Okay, because I'm getting to them. So I hope that answered your question. Let me see. Is there any refreshers for people who completed the birth doula course but feels that they need a refresher to begin? Your best refresher is a birth. Okay, we offer, if you go into our website and you see, let me just drop our website here, y'all. I'm a hold on. Ah, my fingers be too big. So if you go onto our website and you will see your certification renewals. So we are partnered with certain community partners, and you can find your continuing education units if you want to make sure that you are continuing your education. If you are certified through us, then you are required to work with our approved CEU community partners, or that are listed on our website, and or as a part of your certification renewal. So the best way to go about it or everything is just to make sure that a, you are putting yourself out there. You are making sure you're getting affiliated in your community. You are becoming a part of collectives, that you are let me see what else. Becoming a part of collectives, you are networking, you are, making sure that doctors, nurses, midwives, massage therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists, people who service a like clientele that you are trying to generate business from, you partner yourself and you align yourself with them. So this way, you are becoming visible in the community. You are people are knowing who you are, what services that you offer. You are creating doula meetups for parents who are birthing and they want to get some information, and then potentially you can book a client consultation from there. I don't ever recommend doing client consultation and doula meetups. You want to make sure that you are getting their information and you can lock them in for a consultation. And then I probably should do a live to talk about a consultation and how to really structure a consultation. I'm gonna do that later, but y'all gotta remind me. But you want to make sure that you are really putting yourself out there, because as long as y'all are hustling and grinding and networking and being visible and connecting with other people, I had to do newsletter for this month. I had to what? Huh? I had to DM you the newsletter for the. Don't ever DM the MB. You can, but it's always going to generate you to email us. So if you have a question, just make sure you drop your question in blackdoulas.org, or send us that way. It's a team who is looking at your question, so we can provide you with the necessary resources and in the proper direction. So I want you guys to think outside of social media. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Those are the three questions. Oh, okay. Hold on, y'all. We got another question. Are there any community partners from NBDA in Detroit? I love face-to-face meetings. So if you go on our website, you can look at our doulas in the Black doula in our directory. We have a doula directory. You can register your business with us and go on the directory, type in the area that you are looking for, and then you can, reach out and see if they will be open to meeting up. I know Khalifa is one of them. That's just someone off the top of my head, but yeah, and you can go on our website and link below. Link below. Hey y'all, y'all. I'm gonna start including our YouTube channel on our Monday lives, because what I'm noticing is that it's a whole different set. It's a whole different set of people over here. So we want to make sure that we are getting everybody's getting the continuity of care across the board as far as information is concerned. What else? I had some other things I wanted to update you guys on. Good questions, you guys. Please keep them coming. If you guys have any questions on YouTube, please make sure that you drop it in the chat. And this video is going to remain up. I need to change this, but oh well. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can. Yeah, no. About being paid with FSA. Yes, thank you. Was that you? Yes, it was. Okay, thank you for that. So her question was the way FSA works. So what I did not understand is why the doctors had to sign off on her insurance paying for you. So FSA and HSA is with an insurance company. Let's just say Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, Cigna. They will give you a debit card, which is called your health savings account or your flexible spending account. Those monies in there are usually allocated to pay for additional healthcare services for better outcomes. Said client wants to be able to pay for her doula, which she should be able to, with her FSA card. For was it Tamila? Did I say your name right? Yeah, Tamila, right? And you can also get on here, Tamila, if you want to come on live with me and talk about it. I would rather like hear from you directly. So if you're in a place where you can jump on live with me, request, and I'm gonna, have the conversation live. Make sure that you are signed up with a third-party payment processor to where you can take the FSA and HSA payments. I used, when I was working with direct to client services, I used Square Up. Thank you for that, that Jazz. What is that? Okay. Square Up, you will have to call in and request, the feature to do so to be able to take that payment. Hold on. I really just go. All right. Yes, and my reception is much better on YouTube. Okay, good. So Tamila is coming on live, you guys, and we're going to talk about it. Hey. So thank you for your question. So explain to me, I think I got the gist of it, but I really just needed some more clarity.
Okay, so I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and her insurance company is requiring her to actually get a letter of medical necessity in order for her FSA to pay for my services. And so far, nobody will sign off on it. She's gone to her OBG. She's asked her midwife. She's asked everybody, and no one will sign off.
So what is their reason that they're giving her? Drop your questions, you guys, in the question box. And if you're on YouTube, just make sure you list your question and I can get to it. Okay, go ahead.
They're not really giving her a answer as to why they're denying her. They're just like, we don't feel that it's necessary that you.
Where is she birthing?
She's birthing at a medical center in Gwinnett. Not a medical center, sorry. She's birthing at Gwinnett Emory Hospital.
Okay, Emory. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're not giving her a reason, and her insurance company is requiring a sign off to basically get the medical professional's approval.
Yes.
And she has tried, and it has to be either a midwife or an OBGYN. It cannot be anybody else.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't specify that it needs to be anybody else. It just says medical personnel, medical person. So.
Okay. So my recommendation is, number one, she call and find out who is the ones that they will cover. Okay. Who is the medical personnel? Because that's very, very broad. That could be a clerk. It could be a receptionist. It could be, that's anybody. Secondly, to get clarification as far as the requirements. And this is, and Jasmine, not all services are covered, but this is also the reason why FSA and HSA are, monies are available for, things that are not necessarily covered under insurance. And then when we reimburse them or I always recommend for people using FSA and HSA payments for the provider, so the doula, to write down the item in the itemized receipt. You have to do an hourly breakdown of what services were covered and, specify the hours, date, and times, blah, blah, blah. Birth taking up at least 50% of that on the receipt, and making sure you state to them that for the possibility of insurance reimbursement, because it does not always, like Jasmine just mentioned, guarantee that the doula is going to be reimbursed for said services. What she can do is, which I hate for her to do this because it kind of defeats the purpose, they can pay out of pocket and then submit that with your itemized receipt to said insurance company, and then also write up, I've been trying to get this, service paid for, and then, and that it was denied. And what I would also do is get documentation from the doctors and the nurses and the midwives that they have, denied her for this service. Get documentation and a write-up from them stating why.
Okay.
I would definitely recommend that. So for her, she needs to get more clarification as far as what medical personnel means, and then also what the specifications are, and then also get the doc. Every time I will go back to each and every one of them that denied, and then from there saying, I need documentation as to why you denied this said service that I'm requesting that my money is paying for.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
So unfortunately, she may have to pay out of pocket, but there is a possibility with proper documentation. This is why I want her to backtrack, that she can provide all documents and receipts of trying to get this service covered with her. So nobody will have to. And if anybody is dealing with this kind of barrier, you always want to CYA. You always want to cover your ass. Always. And the best way to cover your ass is making sure that you have proper documentation, even when denied.
Yes. Definitely.
Okay. Did that help, Tamila?
Yes.
Girl.
Yes,
I mean, it shouldn't even have to be this hard, because I bet you
she's had a pulmonary aneurysm that almost killed her. And I'm like, okay, yes, my services are definitely needed. And she's a woman of color too. So I'm like, come on.
Well, that's why she's being denied. And this is what the proper documentation, when she starts to backtrack and say, okay, I need to be able to say why you guys denied me. And so if something happens to her in labor and delivery, there's that documentation over there to help, substantiate, her making sure she got the proper care and services that she needed. And then I would get the patient's rights advocate involved. Okay. All right. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So there's another question. If anybody also wants to jump on live with me and has a question, and I'm going to do my best to answer it. If I don't know, I'll make sure I'll try to get the necessary resources that you need to be able to answer it later. Okay. There is another question. Okay. Okay, no, there isn't. So I hope this was helpful to you guys, and understand that there are always going to be loopholes and barriers that unfortunately Black and brown people have to go through to be able to, and we shouldn't have to fight for basic human rights. But unfortunately, being a Black and brown birthing body in America, we always got to fight for every fucking thing. We do. But knowing how to is in the way that you hit them is documentation, and documentation eventually will hit them in the pocket. And that's the only way that people are going to listen. Okay. Any other questions or anything that I can, anybody else want to jump on live, have a question? And somebody said, do doulas need an NPI number? It's recommended that you get an NPI number. Yes. I know for us, what we're doing is for those who are members of the NBDA and for our insurance companies that we are partnering with, you guys can come in under our umbrella and be able to provide the services. So I'm going to be rolling that out this month. And that's one of the benefits of being an NBDA member. However, there's a structure with all of that, because there's billing, there's all kinds of things that go into that. But if you sign up with us and when we roll it out, you will be able to benefit from the insurance companies that we are partnering with, and you will know who those are. So if a person comes to you and you don't have the NPI number, or in this client that you want to be able to service, has a set insurance, then you guys will be able to work under ours. Okay, hold on. Why am I not? Okay, let me just delete the questions that are already answered. Hold on, because this thing keeps notifying me that there's questions, and then when I get back in, there's no new questions. Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. Thank you for responding. You're welcome. I saw that scroll by, but like I said, if you guys have anything, hold them accountable, ask for the head. Yeah. And then, so with this one, like holding them accountable, when you have to understand the hierarchy and the structure of working in hospital settings. So and this is why I said to her, get the patient's rights advocate involved, because honestly, they're just being some assholes. That's it. And another reason, and they always operate from a liability standpoint. What does that mean? Why are they denying this person the opportunity to be able to receive services? And how is it applicable to liability? Because if that said doula does something against that hospital policy and procedure, then that person who authorized that will be held accountable. So you want to make sure that you are always covering your ass and making sure that you are doing great work and you understand the hospital policy and procedure where you are providing said services. Understanding also the policies, the procedures, the bureaucracies, and understanding the hospital cultures. Because there are hospital cultures. And what does that mean? The culture is like the stuff that's unwritten, the stuff they just how they operate. Okay, and cultures can differentiate from hospital settings to birthing centers. They can differentiate to different practices within said hospitals, and they can differentiate between different doctors that operate under the same practice. So you got to make sure that, and the only way you can get acclimated to this is to get into to start offering births and really are working with clients who and understanding the cultures at different hospitals that you are working with in your geographic region, and then also having conversations with other birthing professionals or other like-kind professionals that have worked with said doctors or said practices or said, companies or organizations. This is how you begin to understand the hospital culture. Okay, because the culture is the stuff that is just unwritten. That's just how they roll. Okay. So this is why I say they're going to always be operating from a liability standpoint, which is also the reason why I think about it a little bit more that they are denying her, because if the said doula, in this case, Tamila, does something foul, then they're going to look back at that and say, oh, well, this is going to be, you're the person who authorized them. And no one wants to take on that responsibility, although it is that patient's right. Child, just the loopholes. Just the loopholes be ridiculous. It just is. It's just so unnecessary. Not coming from it as a collective approach, making sure that the doctor, the doula, the nurse, the midwife, the charge nurse, everybody plays a role. The anesthesiologist, if one is utilized, everybody plays a role. So how does everybody play a role to save a life? Everybody has their own individual job title and description and duties. So as long as you're operating under that with the utmost ethics and you are doing your due diligence to provide excellent services, then and this is also why it's really imperative to develop and cultivate relationships in hospitals. So when you show up with a circumstance or a situation like this with a client, you can take it to say, Dr. Smith and say, I need you to sign off on this. And they've had working relationship with you and they understand that you're amazing at your job. You are not going to jeopardize any of the hospital policy or compromise any of the hospital policy and procedures. And then you can be able to service your clientele. This is also a really good reason why you can go in and you can offer lunch and learns 15 minutes for, said practices in the area or that are affiliated with the hospitals that you see your clients birthing at. So people can get to know you. So we're not just always coming at it from, I'm here to support the client, but just more so like, I'm here to, honestly, I'm here. You can navigate it or work it to where I'm here to work with the doctors, to be, this is my role. And so there's a relationship that's developed. I always tell you guys, people do business with relationships. Point, period, blank. I don't care what field you're in. I don't care what business you're in. People do business with relationships. And I'm going through something right now to where, it can be excellent, whatever it is that you're offering. But if they don't know you, they ain't fucking with you. So cultivate relationships, cultivate professional relationships. When you start working in birthing centers and hospitals and doing home births and you're meeting midwives and you're meeting OBGYNs and you're meeting nurses, and put yourself out there. Hey, I'm such and such. One of the things that I used to do when I was offering direct to client services was I would have conversation with the nurses on the outside while my client was resting. Put your questions in the question box and we would just chop it up. Like, how do you think the birth is going? This is me just asking, the nurse while my client is chilling or resting and whatever they're doing on the inside. I'll, have a conversation with their nurse on the outside. How do you think this is going? And this is more so for two reasons. You can get to know me. I can get to know you. picking their brain. And then also there's a trust factor that's being developed. So much so to where when I was, start working or they became more familiar with me because I was, a repeat doula over and over and over and over again. They'd be like, oh yeah, Tracie, just call us if you need us. That is what you want, because they know when you are in the birthing space, meaning the hospital birthing room, that you are not going to do anything that is going to compromise or jeopardize them over there. And you're going to call them when you need them. So cultivate relationships, y'all. Cultivate. So it's gonna be twofold. So meaning you're going to have to put yourself out there. You are going to have to make sure that you are having networking opportunities to where you can meet potential clients, but you also have to cultivate relationships with other professionals. So this is a business. Why come for? Why come for? Why come for that gets missed? People do business with relationships. And you know what's going to happen is once they see you in action and they really love how you work and they realize how amazing that you are, guess what they're going to do? They're going to refer you. They're going to refer you to their clients. Oh, you know what? This and this and this, and I saw them. This is the one that we want to work with. This is their doc. You'd be amazed how many doctors and midwives have their preferred or recommended doula list. And those clients or their patients go off of that list solely. That means they're not doing any Google searches. They're not looking for any other outside resources. If their doctor or midwife recommends that, then that is who they're going to go with. So this is again. And then when you have an amazing birthing experience with said doctor or said midwife, send them a thank you card, a Starbucks gift card. Again, it's a relationship because you guys are sharing clients. And guess what happens? You're going to be like, you know what? This is the doctor that I love and I recommend. And it becomes that kind of relationship. And what happens is the client wins. The client is like, my doctor recommended this, or my doula recommended you, and they see that there's a relationship. So the birthing person feels like, you know what, I'm supported. I'm 100% supported. I found that when nurses think you're working with them, it help provide you with the best support for the patient and asking them their thoughts and how you feel. Is not overstepping or it's not overstepping or judging. You really want nurses can be your biggest supporters because they in there with you. So I've learned when I was practicing actively, I learned some of my best technique from nurses. So we always want to include them. Also, the nurses is in the doctor's ear or is in the midwife's ear. They're getting updates from them. So you want to make sure that we're cultivating relationships. Okay. I hate that you're going through this, Tamila. I hate that your client is going through this. I think this is just some bullshit. If you have an NBDA membership, does that mean that you are credentialed with the NBDA? No. Just because a membership is completely separate from a training. And that's a really good question. So if you have taken a training with us, you can now certify and go through the certification process and meet the certification requirements. However, if you are just a member with the NBDA and you trained with another, company, then you have to go through that other company to get the said certification. Okay. And you can't, people come with us and have been trained or certified through other bodies because they want our approach. They want our, more comprehensive training on what's covered, because wherever they trained or certified through just didn't give them exactly what they needed. But I will always say this, and I will continue to say this. Number one, the game has changed. It just has. So you got to be able to play the game, meaning that there is no way that you can get around getting certified anymore. If you want to stay paid or get paid or be relevant, to where people work with you, insurance companies will provide, services or whatever, you have to get it. It just is, y'all. And I don't even want to say I hate this for you. It just makes you better. It does. It just makes you better. So you always want to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success and that your clients feel comfortable and confident in working with you because you've done your due diligence. And in doing your due diligence is making sure your paperwork is good. Okay. So, yeah. Good questions. Good conversation, you guys. Good conversations. Any other questions? Anybody else want to jump on live with me? I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. You're absolutely right. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you guys. Thank y'all. Thank you guys. I try to give you guys the best information, the know-how so you guys can win. I don't gatekeep because who wins with gatekeeping? Nobody wins. So we want to make sure that, Jasmine, can you go and find the affiliate link if you're still on here, please? And it's in the newsletter. We didn't drop it. We dropped it to our subscribers. So one, if you want to get our newsletters that come out once a month, I don't bombard people with there are emails. I don't do that. It just really comes out once a month. You can definitely, subscribe to the newsletter. And then within the newsletter that drops April 1st, y'all, guess what? You guys can become an affiliate with the NBDA, and that's just our friends. You'll be able to receive a 20% kickback for people who sign up under your code or under your link. Something else I wanted to say. So there's the insurance. I talked about the insurance piece and what's going to be coming down the pipeline. I talked about, we have 2 master classes that are coming up. Another thing, if you are a training company or a company or an organization, if you want the NBDA to train with us, if you want your people to train with the NBDA, a lot of agencies reach out to us because they want us to do a mass training for the people who are affiliated with their agency. And that is a private training that we offer. I usually lead those trainings, and this is something that is what we call a perinatal counselor training, and that's a 5 days, y'all. It's literally from Monday through Friday. It's 5 hours each day, and what it's birth doula training with the postpartum doula elements that I've pulled out that are deemed the most important or imperative for doulas to get information and be trained on. So if this is something that you are, I know we're excited. I keep talking about Jasmine. I don't know where she went. I don't even know if she's in here anymore. But we are training her company next month. But there are requirements that you have to meet. Like there has to be a certain number of people, and then the fees are structured through there. What else did I say? So there's the affiliate link, there's the insurance piece that we have master classes that are coming up this month. Again, if you in our newsletter, you would get this. If you're a member, you would have all access to this information. But one of the master classes that I'm absolutely excited about is a homeopathy master class, and it's free for NBDA members. You already have the link in the email blast that went out this weekend to where, they can sign up, or you can go into if you're a member, you can go into the member lounge and the information is there, or you can go on the homepage of our website and then you can get just the gist of it. And then you can log into your member account to sign up for. But I'm excited about it because it's homeopathy. And if you know anything about homeopathy, and mind you, I come from a midwifery background. I'm a midwife at heart. I'm a midwife by trade. So with that being said, it's like I use homeopathy on clients all the time, and it gives you the benefits of why homeopathy, what specifically for birthing and or postpartum people, and the people who do take the masterclass and sign up for the masterclass get free samples as long as you're in the United States. So yes, do you know of any states now accepting state insurance for clients? Do you have a list? So are you meaning like, oh my God, are you meaning like Medicaid? Are you, Cheryl, if you're talking specifically about Medicaid, that is for, is state by state by state. If that's what you're talking about, let me see. You have been a wealth of information and advocacy for the birthing. Oh, thank you. And thank you. Thank y'all. Mind you, I'm retired. Okay, Medicaid. So definitely it is state by state. And okay. So Medicaid is great. And I talked about this last week. It gives people who don't necessarily have the resources, access to the doulas who are signed up. Make sure you look at your state requirements. If your state is offering it, make sure that you meet the certification requirements. However, I'm gonna not caution y'all, but understand when you are accepting Medicaid clients that the government or the Medicaid people, the government has the right to audit your financial records, your business records, your business finances. Just know that so not only will you not be fully compensated to what a livable wage is. I know they are upping it. I know Oregon now is one of the states to where they got their Medicaid for their doula reimbursement up to 1,500, but not every state is nearly even that close. So know that number one, but also what's happening is we're seeing a class gap, a huge class gap when it comes to insurance coverages or access to. So Medicaid is providing the coverage, so that's great for our teen moms, for people who wouldn't necessarily have access to or be able to afford it. But for people who don't have insurance through their either company or self, insurance or whatever, and they can't afford it, there's this huge gap that we're seeing taking place to where people aren't getting the coverage that they need. So we're trying to figure it out. I know I was having a conversation a couple of weeks ago with one of the major insurance providers, and we are looking to partner, or actually they want to partner with us. So I'm crossing my fingers that partnership comes through, because that's going to be another benefit that our NBDA members are going to be able to, we're going to help bridge that gap. But we're seeing a wider class or socioeconomic gap when it comes to insurance coverage and the people who can have access to. So we want to make sure that when you are setting how do you as a doula get around it? You can offer a sliding scale to be able to support that middle of the road people who need the services. Or another way you can get around it is you have, let's just say your birthing package, I'm just throwing a number out here, $1,500. And that's your set rate, and you can allocate maybe a certain number of births that you do annually to be able to drop the price, because you've charged these clients up here your base rate. You can leverage that to be able to support the clients who don't have the full 1,500. So maybe you offer those clients $900. It's going to require you to get more creative in your business, but we can also help bridge that gap doing, said thing. Some are getting 400. Yeah, I ain't going to talk about that no more. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. We can't do that. We cannot insult the profession no longer, because we just can't do it. That's not a livable wage. That's an insult to the provider, the doula themselves. It's just an insult. It's an insult, and it's unfortunate. So yeah, Cheryl, just make sure that you find out what your state requirements are, and then what the requirements are. I know for people who are members of the NBDA, Walmart is one of our partners. So if you have a client who is birthing with Walmart, and they have to be pregnant. Okay, they have to be pregnant. Walmart will pay up to $1,000 for their doula, and Walmart will reimburse them. So if you are a member of the NBDA, Walmart is one of our partners. Walmart is a major company. Obviously, everybody knows that, but they have their own insurance benefits embedded into the infrastructure of their business, of their company. And there are a lot of companies like that, y'all. So what I am looking to do is to form more partnerships with companies such as that, so we can get those doulas. So our doulas with the NBDA can make sure, not just being trained with us, being a member of the NBDA, you get access to said corporation, and the benefits of what they offer their employees is covered. So it just to help bridge the gap, it helps to widen, the services and the people who have access to the services. I just got certified here in Oregon, and I'm super excited to get started. Congratulations. Congratulations. Alma, didn't you say something? Because you're the one. I'm so glad you jumped on here. So I'm talking to our YouTube family, y'all. If you have a question, so I don't miss it, please copy and paste it and put it in the question box at the bottom so I can get to it. I just got started. So Alma, you said something about our Black and Brown families. Can you please drop your question back in the chat, please? Because I want to address that. And I thought we cannot miss out on. And Alma, I might have to, you don't even have to reiterate it, because I remember Black and Brown birthing, not Black and Brown, the Latinx community, they get the same level almost of discrimination as Black birthing people do, but they don't say anything because of immigration. They don't say anything because of their immigration status. Okay. So, and it's sad and it's unfortunate, but I'm so glad that Alma, you have mentioned that on our YouTube page, because she's right. She's absolutely right. Again, this is the reason why representation matters. This is the reason why we have to make sure that more Black and Brown people are becoming birthing professionals, because we can get in there, because it's a cultural thing. We can get in there and help mitigate and be the buffer, okay, to make sure that said client is getting the service that they need, that they deserve, and that's required. I tell y'all, I swear, I just okay. Can you become a member of the NBDA if you already completed the doula training? And so, yes, you can. So thank you, Alma, for bringing that too. Thank you, Cheryl, for your question. Yes, you can go on the website. The website is linked below. You have access to, and then when you do sign up for membership and you are in our database, you get access to resources, that like our newsletter that comes out monthly, but sometimes once in a blue moon, they're going, like, I have to send out some notifications, or we're sending out some notifications specifically to our membership regarding the upcoming master classes that are happening. One is happening tomorrow. Another one is happening happening on the 20th of this month. So they're going to be e-blasts that you'll receive too. And it gives you the opportunity to take advantage of the resources that we offer. Also making sure that you're utilizing the platform. Like, people cancel their memberships because, like, oh, I'm not getting any clients, but you can get on our IG page and go live. You can set that up with our, admin, and, making sure that you have access to, but this platform ain't only for me. It ain't even for me. It's for y'all. So it's just, I want to make sure that people know who you are and what services you're providing, where you are, why you do what you do. It's not just about, or if you want to go online with me, we can always do that too. So we got 9 more minutes. 9 more minutes. Any other questions? 9 more minutes. Let's see. Let me see. Am I missing something? Oh yeah, child. I can't. I can't. Let me see what else. Okay, I guess Jasmine jumped off, but I don't know. I have to go back again. Just sign up for the newsletter. You sign up for the newsletter, you become a member, or become a member, or even sign up for one of the trainings. Then you will be able to have it. Oh, we have a student community. Yes. So our people who have trained with us, or who are in the midst of training with us, or who are about to train with us, you can go onto our training website, and we have a student community. And in that community, you'll have access to our master classes that are coming up this month. We get in there and we provide you with resources, for you to support you along your training and certification process. We'll get in there once a month and answer all of your questions, not once a month, once a week, and answer all of your questions. Where can I get lactation counts, consulting certification? We're actually getting ready to bring on, for our CEUs, we're going to be providing applications to people who offer such services, like lactation consulting certification, or you have to kind of look those up right now, Alma, but we are going to be bringing that, those approved, someone approved in our CEUs, which is our continuing education units, to be able to provide that. So right now you have to look up, getting certified as a CLC or IBCLC, but we are going to be adding that to our CEUs shortly. So if you have a skill set, or have a business that you would like to have as a CEU component with the NBDA, you would just have to go onto our website and look at certification renewals, and just understand the criteria. And in that criteria, meet that criteria, and then you have to go through an application and an approval process. Do you have to be Donna, I think that's what you're trying to say. Donna, um, hold on. Can y'all please drop your questions in the question box? Because I want to, because the screen moves and I'll miss them if they're not in the question box. So Donna is its own training company. We have nothing to do with them. We are our own, training accredited certifying body. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. So if you are looking to be trained with us, then, by all means, we welcome you. Our trainings are open to everybody. But yeah, we don't, it's just NBDA focused. You're welcome, Alma. Love that. Question box doesn't work on your end. It's probably your device. Were you able to meet with birth workers in Mexico? Nope. When I was in Mexico, I was focused on me. But we do have one of our we have doulas in Canada. We also have doulas who are moving into Mexico. So if you are international and you want to register with the NBDA, you can as well. But we want to make sure that we have your information and that it's in the map and people can search in your said country to be able to provide your services and find you. All right. So thank you guys for joining. I think we had a great conversation. I think y'all was amazing. Y'all had me working. y'all had me working. You guys had me working, but I'm happy to answer your questions. I'm happy to get on here and make sure that you guys have all the information that you need so you can win. That's my daughter's name, Mahogany. I was scheduled to do a hybrid training in DMV December 22nd. I was scheduled to June. How do I move my dates? Email us and we can support you with moving your dates. Is there any okay, yeah. So if you email, hold on, y'all. If you email us, we can get your dates moved. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome, girl. This is sharing my insights, girl. This is experience, child. This is the experience from an old hag who's tired of the bullshit. That's how I look at myself. I do. And I keep telling y'all, we got to get in here. This is why I don't gatekeep. I'm going to tell y'all like it is. Position yourself to win. When you win, your clients win, the community wins. Okay. We don't gatekeep over here. I don't gatekeep. I tell you guys like it is because I want you guys to win. Okay. I want your clients to win. And what happens when we do that is we save lives. It's real simple. It ain't rocket science. Unfortunately, we have to jump through a lot of red tape and a lot of hoops to be able to be seen, to be able to offer services. Tamila got on here and she shared her story of what her client was experiencing. However, when I saw her question, I was like, I got to get in here and I got to help her. And we want to make sure, if you guys want to meet with me privately, there's another thing. There is a link in the Instagram bio. So if you go in the Instagram bio and look at the link, I do offer, you can meet with me for a few minutes or an hour. And I do offer business coaching aside from this, to help you guys get going on the way. But I definitely recommend, like, if there's, a specific question, if you're hitting a specific hurdle, if you guys are, whatever you're experiencing and you want to kind of get through it, get over it, or figure out how to, make your business structure to where you can, provide your services well, then yes, you can meet with me. If you go in the link in the Instagram bio, you'll see sign up for a 30-minute or an hour time to meet with me, and we can get in there and we can discuss what's going on with you. Okay. Because yeah. All right. So have a wonderful Monday. I'll see y'all same time, same place next week. And if you guys have any questions specific for the NBDA, click the link right there. theblackdoulas.org is our website. Make sure you comb through the website thoroughly because it answers a lot of your questions. But if there's something specific to you, then make sure that you reach out to us and we can support you from there. All right. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. And I will see y'all later. Bye. Bye, y'all.